I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Fast from Kajin Cosplay, and tonight we are back here with you guys with Viking! Episode 6, Season 5.
The message? Or the messenger? Something about a message.
Yeah.
Last episode ended on a cliffhanger from hell. Bjorn and his guys they're about to get killed. They were waiting for that sandstorm to maybe save them, but it's too late. So I don't know who's gonna survive that. I don't know. Aside from that, what's going on with our boys?
Ivar took Bishop Heman and brought him back to Kattegat.
It's my fanfiction fantasies coming to life, literally. Like I was telling her that it's the type of plot, like it's the type of plot that's like straight from a fanfiction. But I mean, there's a reason why we read fanfictions, you know. So it's cool.
Uber kinda make an alliance with Lagertha against his brother.
Oh well, he never really said yes, but I still have hope that maybe he could follow Floki, because Floki wants to leave with a few people, and Lagertha said no, but he's still trying to do it. So I don't know if it's gonna create conflict, but I sure think that Lagertha is not gonna let that just go. So yeah, a lot of tension, a lot of mysteries, a lot of lies, a lot of planning to kill people. It's Vikings, guys. It never changed, you know? It's still the same. So let's jump in this episode and see if Bjorn can survive.
Alright.
Let's go.
Ooh! That must have hurt.
You do you. Hit with your brain, man. This is so dangerous. Well, it is so dangerous, but apparently they can outrun it, so...
Didn't he watch Scorpion King? The camel is fast.
Ivar, the great cloth broke. Why did you not return to Kattegat?
You don't need this here to know that Tuba and I fell out. Berserk agreed with me, and Tuba sailed alone to Kattegat, and that is why we're here.
A good choice. A good choice. Surely you both remember Astrid. She's my queen now.
Pleasant surprise.
I am happy for both of you.
Oh, thank you. Ivar.
Doesn't like it.
So, do I understand that
He
you
doesn't
and
trust
your
her.
warriors will support me when I attack Kattegat?
Straight
It's
to
you
it,
who's supposed to
yes.
support us.
We will, but only if Ivar's making. I think my dear brother is trying to say is that in the long term, what is to stop you from ruling Kattegat when I am dead and gone? I'm not a healthy person. I'm a cripple.
Oh.
But your brother hates it.
All that matters to the both of us is to reclaim the kingdom that was torn from us by that murderous bitch Lagertha. We want to be in an alliance with you. Who betrayed us?
Go through.
He chose his mom in the end.
I don't want to be imprisoned again, Lagertha. Spare me that at least. A swift blow with axe or sword is all I ask.
Would she kill him?
You deserve to be punished. And you, shut your flat nose. Why are you going to leave us? Both of you are renowned warriors from prominent families. Kattegat is your home.
But you know yourself, we are the gods' playthings. I realized that it wasn't Floki the boat builder who was calling me away, but the god who inhabits it. Therefore, I had to accept my fate, and I still have to, whatever it is.
For such a believer like Lagertha, this is probably
I've
hard.
been betrayed. I will allow all of you to go. What point is served by keeping you all here against your will? Especially if Ayut is right and your leaving is the will of the gods. I only hope Floki has found what he says he has found. Did you really think I could have you killed, Floki?
You've done worse things than that, Lagertha. Shield beat, blessed by the gods. Farewell.
Like, it hurts her so much, but he's a friend. And unfortunately, like, it's true that she gets betrayed a lot, but if she starts killing everyone that has an agenda, she's gonna end up all alone.
Unfortunately.
You see how weak she is? She makes it look like she's controlling everything. But of course she has no real power. She just proved it.
She has a point. If she keeps him, it's gonna lead to nothing. They all want to leave.
If your people want to leave, that's not a great sign of you'll be a great leader.
She spared us because she is a woman. No man in her position would have done so.
Are you sure?
Men are impatient. If they have power, they need to exercise it. Otherwise, it seems to them that they have no power. But a woman must wait almost a year to give birth. Therefore, she lives life more slowly and more deeply.
What is it she is waiting for?
She is waiting to see if Floki is right.
She's good at waiting. She waited so long for Aslog's death.
There is going to be a war. A war that will make me the king of Kattegat. Bishop, you have a choice. Fight alongside me, or I will kill you.
I'm not afraid to die for my faith.
But you're not being asked to do that. I'm not asking you to renounce your faith. All I'm asking you is to kill more of those you call heathens.
For Ethan's though.
Why do you offer me this choice?
He wants to turn you. It's a slow plan.
Because I am jealous of you. I would like to be like you.
You will fight
Strong.
like him?
And whole. A great warrior.
Be my legs.
That is why I want you to fight alongside me.
I mean, I could see the bishop maybe not like change his ways, but start to understand how Ivar thinks and feels.
Yeah. The big question for Herman though is, will he be willing to kill in the name of Vikings?
Well, I mean, to him, it's a. We'll see what he does, but right now he.
It's like for him, the devil asked him to kill in his name. Other demons yet, but still.
Look over there.
It looks pretty cool.
Do not worry, why? Cannot be as bad as it looks.
Well, it doesn't look bad.
Just saw the front. You didn't see the back?
Yeah. Because to them, it's bare lands and mountains and a volcano too. Like, you can't have crops on mountains and then volcanoes and stuff, you know?
I think there are lands to crops.
We saw places, yeah.
You didn't discuss with me the arrangement you made with King Harold.
What arrangement?
That you would be king. But that afterwards the crown would pass down to him first, not to me.
That is because, Fitzurk, it is not really an arrangement. It is just words. Huh?
Then why even pretend there is an arrangement?
To have him
Because
as
they
an
need
ally.
the man.
Everyone. For the moment. But then again, everything can also change in a moment, right?
That's the games.
I wish I could believe you. I wish I knew who you really were.
You know who I really am, Fitzurk. I'm your crippled brother. Nothing has really changed, except those were only childish kings.
What is it you really want, Ivar?
I want to be the most famous man who ever lived.
Even greater than father?
Much greater than father. In time, the name of Ragnar Lothbrok will fade and be forgotten. No one will ever forget Ivar the Boneless.
I've heard of the name.
Yeah, I think we remember both of you.
I want you to deliver a message to someone in Kattegat.
A message.
Yes.
What kind of message?
Just tell me that you might consider my request.
Can you make it worth my while?
Yes. Look,
I agree.
you won't betray me?
No.
You're doing something dangerous, Astrid. Really
I mean-
dangerous.
Wait. There is something else I want.
What?
Of course it is.
I expected
I want
this.
you. For what man doesn't want to have sex with the queen?
It's her only chance, so... She is playing a dangerous game, but it's not like she has a choice, you know? I was wondering if she was gonna open up to the idea of having power. I'm actually glad that she's still trying to play the game.
Yeah. She's risking a lot for the woman she loves.
Sorry. Careful with a kid, like that's how Vitzer knew about his mom and the Wanderer.
What is the message?
Tell Queen Lagertha that the attack will come in 2 moons' time.
Is that all?
Yes.
I wouldn't trust him so much.
You have to.
What do you mean? An agreement. It's an agreement.
He warned you, like you knew what you were getting into.
Someone saw you.
What are you doing? Who are these men?
I told you. What man doesn't want to have sex with the queen?
Oh, shit.
She's in an impossible position.
She started? That's the worst thing?
Well, she's not the one that got on the boat willingly. He brought her here.
No, but she wanted to tell Lagertha
Well, yeah,
about
well-
the attack.
Yeah, because what else can she do?
You continue to give counsel against me. But if I hear that you have spoken against me one more time, I will cut out your tongue and enslave you once more.
Uber would have something to say about that.
Ube does not rule Kattegat.
He doesn't.
And as long as I rule here, you will do as I say.
Milo.
Well, I mean, she has been plotting against her for like forever.
Yeah.
And she doesn't do anything, but she pushes people around her to rebel. It's dangerous.
Coming home.
Another guy that could be king, you know? We'll see what happens.
I don't want him to die, so I'm gonna say that he accepts the proposal. Please.
Now we'll decide whether you'll fight with us or whether I kill you.
Why don't you give me the knife?
Oh my god, that's fascinating. Just
These
the
two.
stairs, seriously.
Let's see.
Die! Are you afraid?
He looks crazy as fuck! He's a in love with him, guys, okay? Oh. No one is screaming now. You got too close.
Oh my god.
I think you will fight with us!
These two belong together.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So much stuff was passing through the stairs.
These two are
You know
so
when
good.
you can speak only with your eyes sometimes, so just
These are two very intense characters.
yeah.
You put them together, it creates a connection that is so good. Like, I was, you know, when I was saying, talking about fan fictions and stuff, I was like, for sure there's like slash stories about these two because they fit so well together. They are so similar, but at the same time they're very different. It's interesting, but I'm really, really curious about where this is gonna go. Same with like Astrid agreeing to marrying like King Harold and still, you know, wanting to go back to Lagertha and still being loyal to her. It was hard to, I mean, there was a chance that she would decide to take that chance, you know? There was a chance that she would decide to betray Lagertha because we did see a need to be important, a need to be powerful.
I think that the fact that they intend to attack Kattegat and kill Lagertha just reminded her just how much that she loved her.
It's always been the plan for them to attack Lagertha. She, like you were saying, that she put herself in that situation and stuff, but I'm like, she was kidnapped. She was given a choice that wasn't really a choice because either she dies and her life amounts to nothing, or she plays the game and comes out on top.
What I meant was that when she wanted to deliver the message to Lagertha, she put herself in that place.
Yeah, but she
was doing something dangerous for herself.
True, but she doesn't really have a choice. Like, she needs to play the game. She needs to somehow make this worth it. Otherwise, like, why did she marry this guy? Why is she still alive? You know? So, it's complicated, but it was hard to guess where she was going to go, because we saw both in her. We saw the potential for a loyal partner to Lagertha and someone that could see, you know, potential in being queen with Harold and finding power there. I'm actually really glad that for now she stays loyal to Lagertha and she's trying to, you know, she goes through a lot to warn her, and it's really good. But same as with Astrid, I'm looking at the bishop and it could go so many ways, and it's really hard to understand, like, because we know he's devoted to his god, but remember, Athelstan was pretty devoted too, and he started to doubt his god at one point because he wasn't getting any answers. He
got a vision of Odin, so he started to believe in the Northman's god.
Yeah. I mean, when I look at the bishop, I don't see someone that has the potential to one day lose his faith. He's too intense with it to want to lose it, you know? But I think he's also a sinner. You know, we saw in him the type of guy that, yes, he truly believes in his God, he truly wants to serve him and stuff, but he's went away from the righteous path several times. He punishes himself for it, but he's got these temptations, you know? Yeah. He's got his own desires. I think maybe he recognizes that in Ivar. There was, it was last episode? I think it was last episode. He was, you know, Ivar was saying to him that he could, you know, show him another facet of his personality. He was like, oh, you heard a lot of stuff about me, but who's to say that they're right? You know, you judge me from stuff that's been told to you, that's been said to you, but you never, you know, judge me from your own understanding of who I was and stuff.
True.
So he's trying, I feel like, there's the side that there's what he said, you know, he's a great warrior. Maybe he does see, I think he was kind of genuine. He sees in him such a passionate guy with strength to all around, you know, a guy that he wishes he could be, and also a side that reminds him of him, because he's just the same. He's so into his passions, and he's he's full of rage and faith and just they're so similar, guys.
I think
So maybe he sees himself in him for real, but
I think what's most interesting with Hammond's situation is like you said, they're kind of both the same.
on the other opposite side of the coin. Yeah.
Two opposite of the same coin, yeah.
Exactly.
It's like for Hammond, he's a faithful man to his God. He's got these desire to fight, to lust basically, and every time that he sins, he punishes himself for it. And on the other side of the coin, you got the Vikings, who got the same desire for fighting, the same faith for their gods, and the same passion and lust, but they're okay with it because that's the type of life that they're living.
And I think Ivar has this thing, like, you know, Ragnar used to say that he wanted to make his own path in life, like he didn't want to be the god's object. And I think Ivar is saying that he's been chosen by the gods, but he doesn't give them the credit for what he does. So it's interesting because it's similar to Ragnar, but at the same time it's very Ivar. Like, my accomplishments are my own, and they're not the gods. So he's not a pawn, he's not an instrument. Like Lagertha says that everything she does is because the gods told her to do it or put her on that path. But Ivar is very like, everything I do because it comes from me. But he knows he says he's special because he was chosen. But it's true that in their own way, they truly believe in their gods, and they truly believe they've been chosen to do incredible things. And so that's why I think I do believe Ivar when he says that he sees himself, or he sees who he'd like to be in the bishop. I'm still not letting go of my understanding that it's about also converting the enemy, because it's the greatest victory you could ever have.
Taking the enemy and putting it on your side.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's true that Ivar sees himself in Hammond. He's passionate man, he's a ferocious man,
we proved
and
it.
he's a great warrior, and both of his legs are working well, basically.
We've proved it several times. They are similar.
It is sad because Hammond is the type of man that Ivar wish to be, basically.
Well, if he had his legs, yeah. If people could look at, people look at Hammond and they kind of worship him, you know. He shows up somewhere and they respect him and everything. Ivar has to prove himself every time. That's the difference. That's the big difference between the two. But now Ivar is learning to use that as an advantage in order to deceive the people around him. Like he was saying to Witzer, like, you know, I'm still your crippled brother, nothing more. I'm like, yeah, right. Dude, you can do so much, like, with that, even with your handicap. Like, you are so much more than that, and you know it. So stop it. But Witzer, he's a good warrior, but he doesn't have a head for strategies.
No.
Like, going in front of Harold and basically saying right away that the plan was to put Ivar on the throne. You saw, like, Ivar look at him like, dude, shut up. Because he needs to play the long game. They need allies now.
I think that Witzer doesn't really think in the long term. He's just a little bit impulsive when he wants to act.
He's an open book. He's an open book.
And he doesn't have the mind to play the game, basically.
Yeah, that's why he wouldn't make a great leader. He's a good fighter, but not a good leader. And I do understand, like, him saying to Ivar, it's hard for him to see who his brother really is, because he is playing so many games at the same time. He could be lying to everyone. So who knows what his real intentions are.
Yeah.
It's easy to mistrust him. But then at the same time, like, Witzer is not giving him much opening to get the truth, basically, because knowing the plan, like, he keeps telling people around him what they want to do. So I'm like, dude, like, you need to prove that you can keep a secret and that you can play the game before he tells you about his plans.
Yeah, because if you continue, you're gonna end up dead, buddy. Yeah. Both of you are gonna end up dead.
Speaking of dead, though, I hate this future battle that's in the works. Brothers against brothers, and Bjorn is coming back, and by the way, that was settled really fast. The guy is still alive though, so there's a chance, like, that there's a fly here. I don't know where it is, but anyway, the guy survived, like the Arab. I don't know, I don't remember his name, but the
I don't
guy,
either.
he survived. So, and I know that Bjorn wants to go back there eventually. Like he's got his eye on Sicily.
Yeah,
and
but that could be in 2 months, like 2 months.
well, this battle is gonna come first, but he's got his eye set on something else. So,
And don't forget that Harold's brother is with Bjorn.
true.
What is he gonna do? Go back to his
Yeah,
brother, or
true.
stay at Kattegat as a prisoner, or fight with them?
We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see, because I'm pretty sure the battle is gonna come. It's gonna come really fast. In this show, like no time to wait.
Everything's moving so fast.
Oh, but I'm excited. Like the bishop, I'm going back to the bishop because we never really finished talking about him. But his choice to fight with them, it's interesting, and at the same time, it's not really surprising because it depends on what he wants to do with that choice. He was asking God basically for an escape. He was like, help me, save me from these guys and everything. But the only thing that happened was Ivar offered him an out. He was like, fight by my side and kill kill heathens, basically. That's what you want, right? I'm offering you exactly that. So maybe the bishop is like, you know what? This is maybe God's twisted way of putting me on the right path. I don't know. Maybe he's playing the game like Astrid is. Maybe he's pretending because that's the only way he's going to take care of it, because God is not going to get him out of there. He needs to do it on his own.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. And I think that, I mean, like
sorry for cutting you off. By choosing to fight with them, he's not legally chained anymore, I guess, or he won't be. So he might have a chance to escape them.
Well,
right?
I mean, like I said, he might be playing the game here. Or there's also the fact that, like we said before, he tends to sin here and there, and maybe it's the side of him that he has faith, but he doesn't want to die. You know, he's not willing to go that far, so he's going to take matters into his own hands instead of letting it up to faith. We'll see how he reacts later on during the fight, because it could go several ways. Like with Astrid, same thing. Like it could have gone both ways, and it ended up being she was faithful to Lagertha, but
it is a hard choice. Even if your faith is really, really strong, when you're face to face with death, sometimes you don't want to die.
I agree, but it's true. But looking at a guy like the bishop, I would expect him to be willing to die. He's been saying that he's not afraid to die or anything.
I think that in a fight, in a battle, sorry guys, he won't be afraid to die because he's fighting for God. But chain up as
like
a prisoner,
his death would amount to nothing.
yeah.
We'll see. We have a lot more to talk about
Just
when
like
it comes
the
to him.
Vikings.
We'll see. Anyway, that was setting up a lot of stuff that's going to happen, hopefully in a couple next episodes. Maybe the next episode. Like, I don't know what the name of the next episode is, but, full moon. Well, it could very well be the fight, so... Okay, so we're going to move on. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. Check it out. The link is in the description.
So don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now. Sorry guys. Or if not, the next one to be out on YouTube. So we're gonna see you then, guys.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye.